Hello, Jay here. We're going to do a tutorial on reading rhythms and rests. Okay, all these are going to be found in this book, and let's get to know a couple of these rhythms, and we'll definitely explore them as the book goes. Okay, for number one, that kind of slanted box, almost like a slanted rectangle, that's going to be a whole note. When you see regular music, you're going to see these more just like a round, hollow note, just a circle, basically. But the way I'm going to be writing them in this book will be that kind of slanted rectangle. Okay, now a whole note lasts for 4 beats. So all these rhythms are written in that 4/4 time. If you want a little help with your 4/4 time, just make sure you check out that tutorial. And as I said, we'll also get to know it as the book goes. Okay, so if I was going to do a whole note, let's say on an E major chord, I would just go like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to hit that chord and let it last for 4 beats. Okay, now all of our rhythms have rests that correspond with them. So for number 2, when you see that box, it's like a rectangle hanging on the second to top line of the staff. That's a whole note rest. And that means we don't play anything for 4 beats. So if I was going to put that one in action, I'd just be like this. Rest, 2, 3, 4. Okay, for number 3, the slanted rectangle box with the stem is going to be your half note. And again, if you were to see a half note in regular music, it would be more just like a circle, a hollow circle. Okay, half notes last for 2 beats, so think of it like half of a whole note. And if I was going to do 2 half notes, one of them is going to be starting on beat 1, and that'll linger for beat 2. Play another one on beat 3, and that will last over to beat 4. I'm going to just play an A major chord. This would sound like this: 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that would be a couple half notes. Okay, now for number 4, that's a half note rest. It's a rectangle box pointing up on the middle line of the staff. And the half note rest, like the half note, this is going to be 2 beats, but this time we rest, so we don't play anything for 2 beats. So for this example, I'm going to have a half note rest for beat 1 and 2. That means I won't play anything, and then I'm going to just have a half note for the last 2 beats. I'm going to play a D major for this. I'll count myself in. 3, 4, rest, rest, 3, 4. So that's putting the half note rest in action. That half note rest can also be on beats 3 and 4, depending too, but basically 2 beats of nothing. Okay, for number 5, that's a quarter note, and you're gonna see just kind of like a slash and a stem sticking straight up. That'll be more like a ball if you see it, like a filled in ball for a regular note on regular music, but mine are gonna be kind of like that slanted slash, I guess. Okay, quarter notes last for 1 beat. I'm gonna play a D minor chord. I'm just gonna do 4 quarter notes on a D minor, and quarter notes, we play 1 on each beat, so I'll hit a note each beat. So this would be like this: 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now the quarter note rest for number 6, that's kind of that squiggle looking thing, and that means we're just not going to play anything for a beat. Okay, I'm going to play an E minor for this example. I'm going to hit a note on beat 1, I'm going to rest on beat 2, I'm going to hit another note on beat 3, and I'm going to rest on beat 4. Here's number 6: 3, 4, 1, rest, 3, rest. So for those beats 2 and 4, I'm not playing anything. Okay, for number 7, these are eighth notes. When you see an eighth note by itself, you're going to see that slanted slash with a stem and a flag, and that's the flag kind of curling to the right. If you see 2 eighth notes on a beat, you're going to put a straight flag straight across and connect them. And the way we count, or first of all, eighth notes last for half a beat, and the way we count them will be like this: 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So when you see that plus sign, that's going to stand for an and. So I'm going to play an A minor, and I'm going to do eighth notes for this bar. I'll count myself in. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So subdividing that beat into 2 notes on a beat right there. Okay, now the eighth note rest looks kind of like a 7 with a little nub on it, I guess. And that's going to be a half beat of nothing. So if you look at this example, I'm only going to play notes on the and of the beat, on each beat for 4 beats. So I'm going to play a C major, and I'm going to rest on the downbeat, but I will hit a note on the and of the beat. Okay, so this is like this: 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and rest and rest and 3, 4. So not playing for half a beat, but I am playing the note on the and of the beat. Okay, for number 9, here's an eighth note triplet. This is going to be 3 notes on one beat, and you're going to see the 3 slashed notes tied across the top with the flag like an eighth note, but you'll see that number 3, and that indicates the triplet. In this case, it's an eighth note triplet. Okay, so I'm going to do a B minor chord, and I'm just going to play 4 beats of the eighth note triplet. That's going to be 3 notes per beat, and the way we count them, whatever beat we're on, let's say beat 1, it'd be 1 triplet, and then you just repeat that. So 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. You'll see a T and an L, shorthand for triplet 2, depending on how much room I have to write with, or fully written out. Okay, so here's the example for number 9. 1, 2, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. All right, let's take it to number 10. So these are 16th notes. Look similar to an eighth note, but you're going to notice this one has 2 flags up at the top. So first of all, there's an individual 16th note. It's got a slash for the note. It's got a stem going straight up, and then 2 flags kind of curving to the right side, I guess. And now if you see 4 on a beat, you're going to see the 4 notes all with straight stems going up, but then it's going to have 2 flags going straight across. Okay, 16th notes last for a quarter of a beat, and the way we count them, whatever beat we're on, it'd be like 1, and then E and will be the next 3 16th notes. I also want to point out the and is the same spot that eighth notes would fall on the end of the beat. We're just adding in 2 notes. The E and the are going to be kind of the in-between notes. Okay, now I'm going to play I'll do an F chord, F major, and I'm going to do 4 16th notes on each beat. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a... Okay, for number 11, this is going to be a tied whole note. Now, if we want to start to get into some long notes, whenever you see a note that's tied to another note, it means that we play the normal value and then we play the value that the note's tied to. So if I have a whole note on bar 1, that's going to be 4 beats. If I tie that to another whole note, that's another 4 beats. So it's going to be 8 beats altogether, but I'm still going to count it in 2 4-beat bars. Okay, so for number 11, I'm going to do a B flat power chord, and I'm going to play a tied whole note. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Second bar, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and lastly for number 12, when you see a dotted note, that means you're going to have a normal value plus half of that, whatever the normal value is. So for number 12, I have a dotted half note. A half note lasts for 2 beats. If we take half of 2, you get 1, so that means I'm going to have a 3-beat note. That's a dotted half note right there. Okay, for this one, I'm going to do an F minor, and I'm just going to do a 3-beat note. So it'd be like this, 1, 2, 3. And that's how you write that one. Okay, great. Take it easy.